Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well, and this is my video of what I would like to see happen in a third Paw Patrol movie. Now, I say third Paw Patrol movie, but actually, I should just say the next Paw Patrol movie, because this one actually has nothing to do with the first two, because the first two take place in Adventure City, while this one actually doesn't. In fact, this thing's really, a story of its own. It's not really a third movie to the other two. It's really its own thing. So, I should say, this is what I would like to see happen in the next Paw Patrol movie. So, I will be sharing the plot and a few things about this story, and even some ideas one of my subscribers had about this. Okay, so, let me start off with the plot, and which pup this story is going to be about. And that pup will be Marshall. Plus, people are thinking that the third movie will be about Marshall anyway. Plus, Marshall's my favorite pup, so yeah, I do hope the third movie's about him. Plus, it would make sense. But anyway, so my plot idea is that Marshall and the other pups meet these spies, and I was thinking that since Liberty still seems to be a stray for some reason, I was thinking, what if Liberty was adopted by this spy family, and eventually the Paw Patrol comes to visit her, and they find out this family are spies, and maybe Liberty tells the spy family about the Paw Patrol and how great they are, and they agree to let the Paw Patrol help them on a mission. In fact, maybe they even requested them to come, to help them with a mission, while the pups just thought they were going to be, visiting Liberty. But anyway, I think it would be interesting if in this story Marshall struggles with, his clumsiness, because I think that would be great internal conflict for him. Plus, I can't really think of any other kind of internal conflict Marshall could have, because his clumsiness has been, it's been there since day one. So, yeah, to see him truly struggle with that more than ever would be really interesting. And I had a thought, what if one of the members of the spy family, plus maybe their butler or something, because I was thinking that the spy family is really well-to-do, what if they were the villains of this movie? And I'm thinking maybe their motive could be like power, like maybe they've felt kind of belittled all their life and they just want power or something. I feel like I need to think a little bit more about that, but anyway, I'm thinking that their motive would probably be power. They would want some kind of power or something. But anyway, so while the pups are going through training, I can imagine them going through certain types of training. Like Sky could be in like a flight simulator or something, and Chase could be like doing like an obstacle course, like police dogs do and that kind of thing. Their training would be, related to their skills. I think that would be really interesting. But Marshall, I'm thinking that at this point he already suspected something from this butler and this family member, and they purposely try and make it harder for him since they know he suspects something, and, they just want him out of the way as much as possible because, again, he suspects something. And I'm thinking that they even have a pet. Maybe it's a cat or another pup, but I'm just going to guess another pup. And maybe this pup is really mean to Marshall and makes things harder for him as well. But then eventually Marshall finds out more. He's able to prove that he's right, and I can imagine him telling the pups and Ryder and the other spies about this, and they don't believe him, and then eventually he's able to, truly prove that he was right. And I think that the pup that, is the pet of the bad guys eventually decides to turn his back on his owner and reveal the truth, to Marshall, like something he didn't know, and then help Marshall, reveal the truth to the pups and the other spies, to help them to see that what Marshall said is true. And I also thought it was interesting that one of the ideas my subscriber had, which was Everest could be in this story as well. And I was thinking maybe Everest came with them, and maybe she finds out a little information alongside Marshall, but she has to go back to the mountains, since she's the mountain rescue pup up in the mountains. Or maybe Jake just wants her to come home because a big snowstorm is coming, and he wants her to come home. And so she goes back, and once the snowstorm hits, I could imagine at this point Marshall tries to call Everest, to help him prove that he's, telling the truth about these so-called spies who are really the bad guys, or bad person, since I'm thinking it would only be one person other than the butler. And since the snowstorm hit, Everest isn't able to get back to him. And then once everything's over, maybe Everest gets back, either calls Marshall or comes back to where he was, and he tells her everything. But something else I thought would be cool is, what if there was maybe a spy pup? Now, this probably wouldn't happen in the Paw Patrol, but I think it'd be interesting if maybe Marshall had a love interest, a little girl pup. Maybe she could even be a Dalmatian, because I think Marshall's the only Dalmatian in the series. So it'd be cool if Marshall was the only male Dalmatian, and maybe this another pup in the future could be the only female Dalmatian in the Paw Patrol. That would be interesting. And who knows, there might be more in the future, who knows? But anyway, so I'm thinking maybe this spy family has yet another pet, and maybe this pet is a spy too. And for some reason, maybe she was adopted alongside Liberty, or, maybe she's not actually living with them. Maybe she's just been asked to help with the mission as well. There's a couple possibilities of who she could be, but I think it would be cute if maybe Marshall liked her and she didn't like him back because he's, everything she's not. Because she's just a well-trained spy and very slick and very quick on her feet, and yeah, she's just a great spy. So yeah, I think that would really be cute to see one of the pups have a little love interest, truly, and not just little hints like it was with Chase and Sky. Truly, it could be truly revealed that he liked her, even though I seriously doubt that would ever happen in the Paw Patrol. But I just think that would be cute. But anyway, so Marshall learns to overcome his clumsiness, or just, accept who he is. But I think he does, do a little bit better with his clumsiness. I mean, he's still clumsy, but he's doing a bit better. But I believe his clumsiness could also come in handy at some point in the story. So, yeah, I think that this is a good plot idea. Now, as for their vehicles, I think it might be interesting if maybe all their vehicles look kind of similar to, kind of like how Chase's vehicle looked in the Paw Patrol movie. Or maybe they could all just have motorcycles, and then maybe Sky's could turn into like this really sleek plane. I think that would be really cool. And each of their vehicles are the pup signature colors. And they all kind of like, Marshall's vehicle could be like, kind of like what a motorcycle mixed with a fire truck would look like, or a really sleek car that kind of looks like a fire truck. It's a little hard to explain. But anyway, I think it'd be cool if they all had motorcycles. And I think it would also be cool if they had like these special collars that had gadgets in them. But I think it'd be cool if they also had a few things in their pup packs. Like Marshall could have a special water cannon and some other things in his collar. And I think Chase could have like a grappling hook, a tranquilizer gun, maybe even a laser. And I think it'd be cool if they had like these cool glasses. And maybe Sky's could be more like goggles, and they could like help her like give her weather reports. And these glasses could even give each of the pups heat vision and x-ray vision and that kind of thing. I think that would be really cool. I can imagine Rocky having this gadget, like one of them little pocket knife things that have a screwdriver, a nail filer, and that kind of thing in it. I can imagine him having something like that, but it has a lot more tools to it. And their vehicles each do something pretty interesting. Of course, Marshall's helps him fight fires, and I think Chase's vehicle would be pretty similar to the one in the movie. Sky's plane could obviously fly because, that's what planes do. But honestly, I think it'd be interesting if maybe there's a part in the movie where they're like surrounded by bad guys and Sky is able to get in her plane and like shoot tranquilizers at them, or maybe just like drop smoke bombs, and that helps the pups get away. I think that'd be interesting. And maybe Chase could also have like some smoke bombs in his collar. And Zuma's, I think it'd be cool if Zuma's vehicle could obviously go underwater, obviously, because he's the water pup, but also maybe it could make like different sounds like sea creatures make, like dolphin sounds, whale sounds. And it'd be cool if it could like camouflage and like take the shape of different sea creatures. Like it could grow to the size of a big, huge whale, or it could, look like a dolphin. That would be so cool. I think that would be really, really cool. And I think his vehicle could really help him make any kind of gadget he would need. Like if he didn't already have the kind of gadget he needed, his vehicle could help him to, make that certain thing. So yeah, I think that's what their vehicles could do. And, I also want to mention real quick something that Rubble could have in his collar that I think would be cute. Rubble, he seems to be like the comic relief in each of the movies, so I thought, and since he loves food, I think it'd be interesting if he had like some treats in his collar, like maybe they could use to distract, some animal in the story, and maybe he even has like some tranquilizer treats, and maybe there's a part where he accidentally eats one of them and he's knocked out, and Mara's like, Rubble, why did you eat that? You ate the wrong ones. I can imagine that. And that's really it, but I did want to mention real quick some ideas my subscriber had, which one of their ideas was, Everest being in this story and Marshall having a little love interest that was a spy pup, and I like that idea. I think that would really be cool, and I bet she'd be a really cute pup. That would be so cool. Another idea they had was about Mayor Goodway being a spy, or used to being a spy, and they mentioned something about her getting married, and I think they said something about her going to an island to have her wedding there, and there it's revealed that she used to be a spy, and that kind of explains a few things. But I think that would be interesting if she would be a spy, because again, that kind of does explain a few things in the show, because she does seem to move pretty well, so that would explain that. But that'd be so funny if Mayor Humdinger found out she used to be a spy. Oh, that'd be so funny. And then this person has also mentioned some other ideas, like Marshall's parents had to give him up because, they're spies and they want to keep him safe. And they've even mentioned about Ryder's parents, like one of them being the villain of the movie, and that would be so cool to find out more about Ryder and his past in time and figure out why his parents aren't, with him. Well, it seems like kids at a certain age can live by themselves in their world, but still, why aren't they around? I've read somewhere that they are around, but they're alive, but they're not I guess, in his life for some reason. And that would really be interesting to find out why and find out where they've been all this time and if they'll, ever show up at all, let alone find out where they've been all this time. And it'd be nice to see one of the pups' parents too, like Marshall's. That would be interesting. But anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more. Bye.